Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho.
Blocked by James. Turned back and forth. Oh, he broke his ankles. 1-1 from Thompson. Batista with a drive. Deep left field. No doubt about it.
All right, what's going on, Naptown? It's your boy B.
It's Rob. What's going on, man?
It's your boy Mike, man. Let's get it going.
Man, let's go ahead and get into the season preview. Some of the additions that the Indianapolis Colts had with Eric Fisher at the tackle position, but obviously the big move of the offseason was moving on from Phillip Rivers, who went to retirement. He's like a high school coach now, to getting Carson Wentz. And technically 2 first-round picks. We'll see if it turns out to that. It's not looking good early with Carson Wentz already getting hurt and dealing with some other things. I think he even has COVID right now. So we'll see how that works out. Marlon Mack's back in a very crowded backfield. I don't know how many touches he's going to get running the ball, but he'll get a good amount of receptions, I believe. He's battling for Nyheim Hines for some catches as well. Hopefully Paris Campbell can stay healthy. They drafted him in the second round a couple years ago. He's been hurt every single year. Seen him do some nice things in the preseason. Let's talk about some subtractions. Obviously, Phillip Rivers, who we talked about. Zach Pascal's been a mainstay for this team. He's done some really good things at the wide receiver position. He's gone. Anthony Costanzo's gone at tackle. I think he actually retired. Not sure about that. But Justin Houston's gone as well. Danico Autry, Anthony Walker, Malik Hooker, often injured, but was still a high draft pick for this team. But the main thing was getting Kwity Paye in the draft. Kwity Paye was one of the highest graded draft rushers, or highest graded edge rushers from this draft in the preseason. He did a lot of good things.
He went off. I think he was PFF's #1 defensive player in general.
Damn, PFF's #1 defensive player in general.
And he was a top 25 prospect on PSO's NFL draft videos. So you can go check those out. We got highlights on all those guys. And Kwity Paye was one of the ones that really stood out, and he kept it going in the preseason too.
Go check him out. They need it since they lost Houston and Danico Autry. They also drafted another edge in the second round in Dio Odeyingbo. Butchered the fuck out of that, but we'll see what he can turn into as a second round pick.
Yeah, like the main addition when it comes to the Colts is obviously Carson Wentz. And when you look at Indianapolis at the quarterback position, it's something they've struggled with since Andrew Luck retired. Carson Wentz is someone who used to be an MVP candidate, and they're trying to see if they can rekindle that kind of magic with Frank Wright back at the helm calling the plays again. But the thing is, when you look at Carson Wentz, he had a lot of issues on tape last year that went beyond just the shitty, depleted O-line and lackluster weapons that they had in Philly. It was all these bad decisions that he was making. He was holding the ball on for too long, and those superstar, miraculous plays that he was making back in 2017, they weren't happening anymore in 2020. So when it comes to 2021, I can talk about the rest of the team and all these things, but it really comes down to Carson Wentz, not only on the Indianapolis Colts, but the entire division, because he's shown he can play at an MVP level, he's shown he can play at a replacement level, and so how he plays this year is going to be huge for them. And with T.Y. Hilton expect to miss a lot of time, I'm really not that optimistic about how he's going to do, even with one of the best O-lines in football, especially with Eric Fisher out for most of the year, at least some of the year with that Achilles recovery.
Yeah, Carson Wentz probably wish he had a guy like Devontae Smith last year, but that's a whole nother story. Where's the money at with this? We've been talking about it the whole time, people. It's going to end up coming down to Carson Wentz. And if you believe in Carson Wentz's health, you can go ahead and take that route. Over here on Pro Sports Take, we don't really believe in his health because the guy just hasn't stayed healthy. We want him to stay healthy, but he just hasn't. The track record isn't there. So we're going to go under the 9-win total. Just a lot of stuff is happening to this team before the season even starts. I mean, it just kind of looks like it's not going to end up too well for them. Their division isn't that good, so they can get some easy wins from there. But overall, 9 wins seems like a little much. We're going to go with the under.
Crazy thing about the Colts is they had Andrew Luck, they had Phillip Rivers there, Carson Wentz, and the one that's been the most healthy out of those 3 quarterbacks is the 39-year-old Phillip Rivers.
Crazy.
So this team continues to try to get healthy quarterbacks, and it seems to fall apart. They had Phillip Rivers, he retired. Now they're on to another injury-riddled quarterback in Carson Wentz. We'll see if this one pays off, unlike Andrew Luck did towards the end of his career.
Yeah, and they have a great coach. They have a great GM, Chris Bauer, one of the most underrated GMs in football. He's built such a great team, but the quarterback position is really what it comes down to. And yeah, huge X factor for this season, huge X factor for the Colts.
Good luck, Naptown. Big season.
Jacksonville up next.